Why, why can we not just be as on the Camino in the normal life? I have no answer for it now.
You can focus on yourself, on other people, like you would probably never can do in another surrounding. You can talk to complete strangers because you have one thing in common: you're walking all the time together.
Before I wanted always to have a Porsche, but now I said, but I don't mind. If everybody would do the Camino, we would have less wars in this world.
I'm León, like the Spanish city, the same name. I'm from Holland, and I have a wife and 3 kids, and this is my third Camino.
I'm Stefan. I originally am from Germany, but I live here very close from Santiago since 6 years. And yeah, I did my Camino about 12 years ago.
Hi, I'm Marcus from Germany, and I finished the Camino the 6th time now, and I started my first Camino in 2010, and I said it was challenging, it was exhausting, and I said never ever again, but it's like an addiction, you ever come back. So I made already my 6th Camino and finished it, and I still love it, and I love all the people here, and I love the love between the people and the community, and yeah, this everybody from all the world comes together, and they just be like friends or family, and that's the thing. That's what it's all about.
I started on my own. Of course, you build up a kind of Camino family. The second one was the English way with my daughter. She started her gap year, and so for 1 week we walked together. That's Camino, to get her a little bit familiar with hostels and the primitive life, but also the beautiful life on the Camino. And 2 weeks ago I started from Oviedo, the Camino Primitivo.
I think what I really like about the Camino is that when people are doing that, they take a break from their normal life and they concentrate a bit on themselves, their surroundings, and they can get to know other people like on a deeper level. And I think this is kind of the magic of the Camino, that you really get to know the people around you on a deeper level without all these stereotypes or with the cliches and thinking what is right or what is wrong. You can really get to know the people, and I think that is what we are made for relationships. And this is what's happening here at the Camino.
People always ask me, why do you always do the Camino? Why don't you go to other hikes? There's a lot of beautiful hikes in all of the world, but I said, the spirit on the Camino, that's unique. You don't find a place where the people meet up and they're so in love and they're helpful. Everybody helps you in the albergue. You have a blister or whatever, and they have a tip or whatever. And everybody is a community, and everybody is, helping each other. And you feel like in a big crew, even if you don't know the people and you will never see them again. But I always have a deep connection to the people I meet here. Even if I just walk with them for 2 days, I feel always deeply connected to them. Over years. I still have contact to people I met 2010 on the Camino, and I really feel deeply connected to them. That's something different to any other hike of the world. So you cannot compare this, and you cannot explain this to somebody who not did the Camino. And 90% of the people I know and I've still contact came back because they're all infected by this Camino virus. So they just love the community and the love between the people, and that's what the Camino is all about.
For me, it's not a really religious thing, but yeah, the most beautiful moments are in the morning with the nature, when you are so connected to everything, when you see the water drips on the flowers, and you're walking and you hear the birds waking and the sun rise. That are for me the most beautiful moments of the Camino. And when I'm back at home and something not feeling well, then you can think about those moments, and then it pop-ups. That keeps helping me. Yeah.
It does make me more spiritually, but it's based me. So I don't need any, commercial stuff anymore. I'm good with a basic thing. I need a bed, I need something to sleep, I need a place to sleep where I can eat something. Before I wanted always to have a Porsche, but now I said, yeah, but I don't mind. You know, it's just based me very much. So, yeah, I'm not finding to God because I'm a scientist, so it's difficult to find to God for me. But I see the love between the mankind or the people. You know, everybody comes from a different land, there's different country, and there's all love and understanding. And if everybody would do the Camino, we would have less wars in this world.
So I don't think that it's necessary for your life to do the Camino, but I think it's a really great opportunity to do the Camino because you will probably never, or I don't know if there's another opportunity, but when you do the Camino, you can focus on yourself, on other people, like you would probably never do in another surrounding. You can talk to complete strangers because you have one thing in common: you're walking all the time together. And this is great. I think it's very great when people from different nations, different countries, different languages talk with each other instead of just judging about each other.
I mean, I don't say there's no God, but as long as there is, I have no proof. I don't believe in it. So I don't deny there is a God, but I see the wonder of the nature. But since I'm a scientist, I see it's the evolution theory. So yeah, they call it the agnostics. Agnostic. If you prove me that there is a God, I would believe in it. But I'm not believing. I'm believing in science. So that's my saying. But I don't deny there is a God. I just need proof.
So I'm a Christian, I'm a follower of Christ. So in my point of view, spirituality has always something to do with God and living in a relationship with God. So faith and Christianity is not something static for me or something that has to do with a lot of rituals or something. It has to do with communication, with relationship, with other people.
We surely have a soul, and the soul is, I guess, for me, it's undeniable. So it will last on forever. But the other side, I think, when I'm dead, it's like I'm sleeping. It's like finished. I don't go to heaven. I don't go to hell. It's just black. So it just ends. So my molecules and all my molecules, my spirits go to somebody else. I don't know how to describe, but I don't think there's an heaven or an hell. I just think that when I die, there's going to be black. So that's just the end. It's like sleeping for me.
What should people do to have a good life? Yeah, maybe more connecting to each other or not judging each other, but because on the Camino you talk a lot with other people, and most of the times you don't know their backgrounds, and then it's easier to talk to people. For example, on my second Camino, I have very good talks with an old guy, and on the last day he told me he has a very high function in the army, and when I should know it before, then I should have another, I should look in another way to him. Yeah, and yeah, that's, I think, beautiful. That's you meet a lot of people and you don't know who they are, and most of the people you know that you will not see them anymore. And but why don't we do it in the normal life? That's a keeping. That's a question that stays. Why can we not just be as on the Camino in the normal life? I have no answer for it now.
Have joy, enjoy the life, and don't be too serious. I know this is easy to say when you live in good life conditions, but I think to laugh and be around with friends helps to have a very good life. Okay, step number 1, find someone who has a relationship with God and ask him or her. Good. Step number 2, just sit down and try to pray. And if it feels strange, well, we speak to God. This is probably strange. And third one, don't try to do something because people say you have to do this or that. Your relationship to God is probably completely different than my relationship to God. And this is totally fine.
What happens when we die?
We return in another thing. For me, I believe there is a kind of cyclus, people dying, and now their body dies. I think your energy will continue in a flower or another people or something different. But you, by myself, you will stay, I think. Yeah, a little hard to tell in English, but I think we will not, our ghost will, our spiritual things will stay on Earth or maybe in another universe. I don't know. But yeah. But I think it will still reborn in another thing.
I think we are a combination of body, soul, and spirit, and nothing can live without the other parts. It needs to be together. We cannot say, or I would say, we cannot say, yes, the body doesn't matter. We just focus on the soul, or there's no soul. We just are a body and what we can feel or whatever. I think all of this needs to be together and needs to be, and this why I also think that faith is something that that is for all of these three parts, and not just faith is for the soul and, or I don't know, food is for the body. And we eat something, then it's not just nutrition, it's also something way more. It is we now we get filled and we get joy by food or by drinks, whatever. What happens after our life is what is like a continuation of what we did already in our life. So when we wanted to live in a relationship with God, then we will still live in a relationship with God into eternity. But I don't think that God is the God who say to people, yeah, but you have to live now in a relationship with me until eternity. When we don't want this on earth, why should we want this in heaven?